Hello, we're the students of UniPrep Junior College.
And we're here today to talk to you about game theory. This theory was developed sometime in the 1950s, and its most notable collaborator was the Princeton mathematician John Forbes Nash Jr., who you might know as the man in a beautiful mind who sees people and draws on windows. A very simple way of illustrating game theory is through a scenario called the prisoner's dilemma. So what is the prisoner's dilemma?
Well, imagine there are two criminals. The two of them rob a bank. The police know that the two criminals have robbed the bank, but they have no proof to convict them. In order to put the criminals in jail, they know that they must get a confession.
So the criminals are brought in and separated. The police go to the first criminal and offer him a deal. If he admits to the bank robbery and gives up his partner, he gets off scot-free, but his partner will get 10 years in jail. The police then go to the second criminal and offer her the same deal. One of the criminals might ask, what happens if both of us give the other one up? In that case, the police say, one of you will get 5 years in jail. So the police give the criminal some time to think it over. Now, there are 4 possibilities for our criminals.
The criminals know that the police don't have enough proof to convict them for the robbery. So if both of them keep their mouths shut, they will only serve 6 months in jail, each for the lesser charge. But then there is also the possibility of one of them giving up the other. And then the last possibility is that both of the criminals will decide to admit to the crime, and they will both serve 5 years.
The criminals' main objective is to serve as little jail time as possible. If they could communicate, they could come up with a solution that benefits both of them. But if both criminals act their individual interest and confess to the robbery in hopes of getting off scot-free, they end up canceling each other out and they both serve 5 years. The purpose of the prisoner's dilemma is to determine a dominant strategy and to show that sometimes when everybody works in their best interest, it can backfire.
So let's forget about our prisoners for a bit and apply this to the business world. Let's say we have 2 companies that sell a similar product. Each company's main objective is to increase their total revenue. In other words, they want to make the most money possible. The 2 companies will create their own pricing policies, which can result in an increase of their total revenue. Each company is unaware of what the other will do and only possesses the knowledge of how one's action will affect the other.
Just like our prisoners, the 2 companies have 4 possible outcomes. First, if both companies decide to increase their production, then each will end up with a revenue of $5 million. Second, if Company A increases its production while Company B lowers the price of its products, Company A will end up with $5 million and Company B with 15. Third, if Company A lowers the price of its products while Company B increases its production, Company A will end up with $15 million and Company B with 5. Last but not least, if both companies lower their product's price, they will each earn a revenue of $15 million. This option, where the 2 companies generate a revenue of $15 million, is obviously the best case scenario for both companies. In game theory, this would be referred to as the Nash Equilibrium.
The Nash Equilibrium is defined as the point at which neither of the parties can benefit any further while still taking their competitors' actions into consideration. So, what would be the Nash Equilibrium in the case of our prisoners? That's right. The Nash Equilibrium in this case would be both criminals staying silent and both of them only spending 6 months in jail. Basically, there are choices available to everyone. Game theory relies on making the most rational decision based on your available options without knowing which option your competitor will choose. In real life, game theory is applicable in many different fields, including economics, politics, business strategy, making video games, and analyzing risks. Thank you for watching! This is Walona, Hanson, Sarah, Karen, Nina, Kelvin, and CK from UniPrep Junior College.